Ever since an unelected immigrant from Africa took over the country, because let's be for real, look at 4547 sitting at his big boy desk playing pretend. We know he's not in charge. Even Elon Musk's son said he wasn't in charge, okay? That's why he drives around the racy tracks while Muskrat makes all the decisions. But anyway, Elon Musk, who you didn't vote for, has taken over, and that has made everything very unsafe. We have had 8 plane crashes. We had another one today. A Delta flight rolled over upside down, and thankfully nobody was killed in this plane crash. But isn't it very intriguing how Doge, the supposed government efficiency office looking for fraud, waste, and abuse, is only looking for it in the agencies that are also investigating, fining, and suing Elon Musk and his companies because they're not very good at adhering to the rules and regulations? Oh, wow, including the Department of Transportation. That's strange. That's where the Federal Aviation Administration, or the FAA, is housed, and they fired about 400 FAA employees because of fraud, waste, and abuse, even though the FAA is understaffed and planes keep crashing. Huh. I also think it's funny how Elon Musk and the girlies in the GOP are now fighting because he's wondering where their money came from, including Mitch McConnell. Mitch, but he's a GOP guy. And oh, he's somehow voted against 4 of the cabinet picks that 4547 chose. What is the beef? Oh, maybe it's because Mitch McConnell's sister in law, Angela Chow, drowned in a Tesla, and that has been very suspicious. So, Angela Chow last year accidentally backed up her Tesla, or it backed up on its own, we don't know, into a lake, and she drowned. Now, they did find that she was drunk at the time, but she also had an 8-minute phone call with a friend while she was submerging into the water, and she had her wits about her. But she'd also made complaints in the past about her car backing itself up, and she's not the only one. There have been many complaints about this. She also couldn't break the glass to get out, and there have been a ton of complaints about how Teslas do not use the same kind of safety features as other cars to make sure that the glass can break in the case of an emergency. So I guess if Elon Musk didn't adhere to the safety regulations when building his Teslas, and that somehow killed Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law, that would cause a little bit of bad blood, but we'll find out in another episode of As the Country Burns. I also want to talk about how we already have an agency that audits things, and so it's really redundant and a waste of taxpayer dollars to pay for this Doge office in the White House. We have the Government Accountability Office, aka the GAO, aka the Government Watchdog, and it's a legislative branch agency. They do a great job. That's why they had oversight when the DoD failed its 7th audit in a row. Wow. So weird that Doge didn't go after the Department of Defense when they failed 7 audits in a row. You would think they would go there for their fraud, waste, and abuse, but I guess they had ulterior motives. But the GAO, they're excellent. They're a legislative branch agency, which is important. That means they're separate from the executive branch and the executive agencies, because if you just put an agency that's, I don't know, supposed to do audits on the executive branch within the executive branch, doesn't that mean you're just investigating yourselves? And who would want that besides a crook?